Well, hello and welcome again. This is probably our last broadcast from Resourcing Tomorrow here in London. You can see Mark Sale there of First Class Metals has just left the stage after making his presentation, and I am going to go and try and grab him for a few words. I hope you found everything interesting today. We are going to go and talk to Darren Hazelwood as well as soon as I finish with Mark Sale. But I do want to try and grab Mr. Sale now as he's just leaving the stage. Mark, hello.
Hi, Mark.
I've just watched you do your presentation there. How was it? Did it all go well?
Yeah, I kept to the 2 minutes, which is the big aim, isn't it? The content doesn't seem to bother people as long as you don't run over.
As long as you don't run over. Do you want to walk back to your booth and we can sort of walk and talk? So what was the key things you wanted to tell people today in the presentation about First Class?
The important point I wanted to get across, Mark, is that we said at the start of this field season that we were going to bring 4 of our projects to drill ready status with the intention of drilling more. I feel we've accomplished that.
Okay.
Sorry. Four of them are. We're stripping on ESSA today, so I feel that that was the last of the 4 to bring to drill ready, and we've done that. Zigzag will probably the one that we drill first. That's permitted. We have an agreement with the First Nations. I was up there last week checking on access. It's going to be a winter drill program, so we need it to freeze up a little bit more, but it's getting there. Okay. And there is also conveniently a rig only 10 kilometres away, which is about to be stood down for the Christmas period. So we're in talks.
That news was only this week, wasn't it, about the First Nations agreement? So that's a very significant milestone.
Well, actually, that was a different one. That was with Netmazagmi on North Hemlo. Yeah. So, but we've got 6 permits. And I think, as I said in my presentation, a company that's barely out of the starting blocks, 14 months old, and we've got 6 of our properties permits with agreements with the First Nations. I think it's quite eminent.
Yeah. Now, you've come in tow with rocks, as is expected with Mark Sale. So what are we looking at?
This is a lump of zigzag. The long-bladed green crystals are spodumene, and that's where the majority of the lithium is housed.
Okay.
Now, there are other lithium minerals. Some of them are micaceous, like you can see the shiny mica in there, but the spodumene is the main one.
This is here then?
Yeah, that's it. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And spodumene itself could contain up to 6% lithium. We actually chipped out just the spodumene crystals for a couple of samples, and it did give us quite high.
Ideally, it looks a bit whiter. No, is that correct or not?
It's yes.
Ideally, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, you can see the lovely coarse crystal blades in the base there.
Oh yeah.
But
okay. So this is a very promising sample that you've got.
It is. I mean, one of the channel samples that we reported today was 5.5 meters at 2.4%. I mean, those are stunning samples. And I spoke to the guys and said, "Hey guys, why did you stop? Why was it only 5.5 meters long?" And I was really concerned they'd say, "Oh, because it ran out." They said, "Mark, we couldn't get the tree roots up anymore because they were just hand stripping it with an axe." But now we've got the permit, we can go in there with the excavator. And I think a lot of these small channels, or I'm hoping that a lot of these small channels will become larger channels or outcrops, for channel sampling. And we'll be able to join up some of the outcrops to make it all a bit more continuous. But the rotary truth machine, that's the next thing.
Indeed. Well, you're already on four properties. So when are you going to get drilling on them then?
We need a bit more cold weather first.
A bit more cold weather. Okay.
Just for the access.
But that's not that long away, though, really, is it?
Oh, no. I was up there last week. It was minus 14 in Armstrong. So it's getting there.
And you want to be drilling on at least one, you said, but more than one, ideally?
No, we'll stick to one.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll stick to one. So we've done what we said we would do. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But you've not picked which one yet?
No, not yet. Okay. Yeah. I think there's a favourite. I think the market is saying which one should be the favourite.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
How have you found Mines and Money so far? You've had a packed meeting. What's the vibe you're getting from here on the ground?
We've had really good talks today. Everyone we've spoken to have been supportive, interested, asked lots of questions, which I always think you can read 2 ways. Does that mean I didn't explain myself well, or that they're really interested, so they're asking questions? So yeah, no, really good. Bring on tomorrow.
Good, excellent. Well, I'll be seeing you tomorrow as well, I'm sure, Mark, as I walk around. Thank you very much for that bit of an update today. Good to speak to you. I'm going to see if I can grab Mr. Darren Hazelwood. I know he was having an important meeting with someone, so let's see if he is available. No, he's not. He's still having a meeting there. So I'll have to come back to Darren when he's available. But yeah, that was Mark Sale there of First Class Metals who had made his presentation there, and I think now that the event is really sort of winding down for today. But I will grab Darren Hazelwood and Leanne, the geologist there at one of the projects before we go. So stay tuned on Stopbox for Panther Metals later.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stopboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.